Introducing first the challenger from Tijuana, Mexico, Rey Mysterio Jr.
The debut of Rey Mysterio Jr., a sensation from Mexico, going after the Cruiserweight Championship of the world. And we are joined by Mr. Wrestling Insider, Mike Tenay. Mike, good to have you with us, and we are in for a treat with Rey Mysterio Jr., I'm sure.
Oh, we certainly are, Tony. It is great to be with you in the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I think this is a matchup that not only the fans are interested in, but the wrestlers as well in the back. What is all this hype about Rey Mysterio Jr. that we've heard about? Is he going to be able to deliver in this Cruiserweight Championship matchup?
Well, you know, Iron Michael, let me tell you, how does he match up, though, in this situation? Has he met Dean Malenko before? I'm sure he studied tapes of him.
I'm sure studied tapes, but this is the first ever meeting between these two men tonight.
His opponent from Tampa, Florida, the WCW Cruiserweight Champion, the man of 1,000 holds, Dean Malenko.
The man of 1,000 holds, also call him the Iceman because of that demeanor. I mean, he never changes expression. There's a lot of respect here in the Baltimore Arena for Dean Malenko, but that is worldwide too, Mike.
And I think the nicknames of these two wrestlers almost sets the stage for what we're going to see. In Malenko, the man of 1,000 holds, Rey Mysterio Jr., simply known as the human highlight film of professional wrestling.
All right, Dream, our first look at Rey Mysterio Jr. and Dean Malenko. Talking to Dean Malenko, he was really pumped up for this for a couple of reasons. I mean, he's quite a story in the Cruiserweight division. He lost 2 straight matches in the double elimination tournament, was out but rebounded to defeat Otani in Otani's first title defense after winning the tournament on Worldwide Wrestling.
You know, Tony and Iron Mike, we wear this thing out a lot about pound for pound. But I guarantee you, these two guys right here, looking forward to the high-risk maneuvers, as you said, and the Iceman, let's see if he can put him away.
I think at first glance it seems like it's probably a simple matchup of the mat technician in Dean Malenko against the high flyer in Rey Mysterio Jr. But do not discount the ground game of Rey Jr. as well. Very adept at submission holds, and also don't sell Malenko short when it comes to aerial tactics and high-risk moves as well.
No question about that. You can't be a champion if you can't go in many ways, more than one. Look at that handspring to get out. Trying to leg sweep. Got him down. Lateral press, but Malenko will not stay down here early on. Mike Tenay, also the host of WCW Worldwide and WCW Pro International. And our fans internationally hear Mike Tenay each and every week. Mike, good to have you with us. And I know you're excited about this man, Rey Mysterio, but we've seen some great action already in this program.
Great American Bash has been terrific, and of course expecting the big matchup later on with the NFL against WCW as we see both men kip up and both men stand at the ready.
You know what, sometime, Mike, in a situation where you're a shorter man than the other guy, you already have that center of gravity to where both you're like, you know, you're down in a situation. Now look at him, like watching a prize fight sometime. The lower you get, the more chance you got to take a guy off his feet. And Malenko, though, has them, what I call vice grip hands, much as the Danny Hodge had, and he gets a hold of you, you can't get away from that situation. And if you can't fly, you can't win, and I believe in Mysterio's case.
Obviously, Malenko's strategy is to ground Rey. Malenko just really wants to keep him from going to those high-risk moves. And one of the big advantages that Malenko has is that over the course of the past several years, he's been wrestling internationally against the best of the high flyers, the Ligers, the Otanis, as you mentioned. Oh. Big advantage for Malenko in that.
Mysterio, back elbow, boy, that caught him off guard. And he's up on top.
Whoa.
Spun around and drags him down.
What a move.
Tremendous arm drag.
Yeah, from a different situation.
You're not kidding.
You've seen arm drags from different situations, but wow, what a move that was. Iron Mike, I don't think he has the power. You know, Junior, I don't think Junior has the power to fist fighting, and he's going to have to do things like that to beat him.
No question. The key to that, Mike, was that elbow that caught him off guard or never got that arm drag.
Tremendous spring in that drop kick that sends Malenko to the floor. You know, on the surface, it appears that these are both second-generation wrestlers. Dean Malenko, obviously, his father, Boris the Great Malenko. But in the case of Rey Mysterio Jr., he took the name of his uncle, who was his trainer, Rey Mysterio. He also trained Conan, and Conan and Rey Mysterio Jr. both trained at the same time. You look at Rey Mysterio Jr. and you see a young man who just turned 21 years of age, but he started wrestling at the age of 14, so he already has 7 years of experience under his belt.
Wow, wrestling at the age of 14, that's unheard of. I mean, we talked, you know, a lot about Alex Wright, the youngster wrestling here at the age of 18 years old, but 14, and look at this. Revolutionary moves. Grabbing the legs. Over to the top, to the floor. And this youngster, at 21 years of age, is another man, Lord Steven Regal, that started at age 15. But here comes Malenko. Oh, boy, he is so quick.
Attempt at that baseball slide. Now, that's a move that actually started down in Mexico, and you see that Rey Jr. one step ahead. He saw it coming. Malenko telegraphed the move, and Rey Jr. able to step out of the way of that baseball slide attempt by Dean Malenko.
I think you made a good point right there when you talk about telegraphing a move in a high-risk match like this. If you're the one, sometimes I say, Iron Mike, if you make a mistake, you lose. But if you don't really look out and see what happens telegraph-wise, you know what I mean, and anticipate what's going to happen to you, you can also lose.
We talked about the man of 1,000 holds. We just saw a brand new one right there. How about that, Mike? He almost tried to pull the arm right out of the socket, using his arms to further the damage from the legs.
And we see that Rey Mysterio Jr. favoring the elbow, and now it's up to Malenko to take advantage, and he goes right to work with the stomp right on the elbow.
Back up on top now. He's going right to the arm again.
That hammerlock slam again right on the elbow. I think the phenomenon of Rey Mysterio Jr. is that before seeing him in action, you could make the mistake of dismissing him as a championship contender simply based on his size. But I think after seeing him in the ring maybe just once or twice, you'll never think that again.
No, there's no question that he is just right for the Cruiserweight division. That was made for a guy like Rey Mysterio Jr. and, of course, our champion, Dean Malenko. Great Cruiserweights. Eddie Guerrero can compete in the Cruiserweight division as well. Some of the great superstars, you talked about Liger from Japan. Really some great competition, not only here in the United States, but worldwide for the Cruiserweight title.
Yeah, but you know what, Tony? Them guys can compete with anybody.
No question.
That's the level of play at WCW where the big boys play. And as I Mike said, at first glance, you might think that. But I guarantee you, you know, Mike, I've seen many a smaller guy beat a bigger guy in this great sport of ours. And in situations tonight, we have one where we take a powerful look at Lex Luger, big powerful man, but he's against a bigger man. So sometimes it ain't really the size of the dog, it's the bite of the dog that'll come back and get you.
Mike, do I have to translate any of that for you?
No, he's into my repertoire.
Well, okay. Well, sometimes you got to be with Dusty a couple of weeks before you get what's going on here. And pulling on the arm.
Oh, staked it right over the guardrail, and again continuing to work on the elbow of Rey Mysterio Jr. Very big night for wrestling in Mexico. Rey Mysterio Jr., should he win the Cruiserweight title, the AAA promotion based in Mexico would hold half of the WCW Singles Championships, 2 out of the 4 belts.
Good point.
Yes, it sure is.
Good point. Speaking of point, kicked him right in the back, staying on that arm, concentrating on that arm. Always when you get a guy hurt, you need to stay on it. And a lot of the young guys, Mike, they don't do that.
Showing a lot of fire, walking the top and drop kicking him down.
Springboards off the top with that drop kick, and an opportunity now for Mysterio to turn the tide.
Still favoring that arm, though, as he goes into the corner. He could almost a power bomb, and Malenko took advantage of that one.
Hung him up.
Tell you, Malenko, quickness that time, and the fans love this, and they should. Great wrestling action, exciting action. Here's a lateral press. 1, 2. It's not over yet, fans.
Now, you see the little, when you talk to Eddie Guerrero and Junior right here, that fire of where you think you got him and being able to come back. But look at this thing here, Iron Mike.
He's got the arm barred, and of course adding, and it appears now that there's blood from the knee of Malenko as he scissors the arm and also bars it at the same time. A unique type of arm breaker by Dean Malenko. We talked about Eddie Guerrero. We talked about the international competition that WCW is involved with. I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that Thursday night in Osaka, Japan, Eddie Guerrero defeated Jushin Thunder Liger to win the Super J tournament in Japan. It's the New Japan organization's top tournament of the year, most prestigious, involving the junior heavyweights, and the winner was Eddie Guerrero.
Just proving again that hard work and determination will get you to the top, and Eddie exemplifies all of those. No question about it. Congratulations to Eddie. And right now, Dean Malenko has one game plan. He may be a high flyer as Rey Mysterio, but he's not working on the legs. He's working on the arm. Is the champ.
Unique strategy by Malenko. As we mentioned, you would expect for him to try and take out the legs of Rey Jr. He's actually seen that Rey Jr. suffered a shoulder or elbow injury early in the match, and now he's following up the advantage and working on that body part.
Yeah, he might have had that leg game plan going in, Mike, but now that he's seen he got him hurt, injured, and that's where he's going to crank on. And had something similar to a Code Red on him earlier,
well, we can see that he's able to adapt to his style. He's not one of those guys, two count at that time, and Rey Jr. just gets the shoulder up. We can see that he can adapt. Possibly he had that other strategy going into the match. He's now able to adapt and continues to work on the arm. And again, that variation, as you said, similar to a Code Red, where he has the arm breaker also scissored on the head.
Yeah, he's got it on a little bit different right here than he had it a while ago. But the pressure, the amount of pressure that's on this young man's arm right here, you know, is in almost an uncling situation.
Yeah, but it's twofold here, guys, because Rey Mysterio's a high flyer. He needs to run around the ring to be effective, to use his moves, and he's cutting off the air supply as well.
Yeah, but as Iron Mike said, he's got his legs. I mean, the game plan that he went in, he's got his legs. When you look at this thing, he just needs to fight himself up and get a break away from this arm.
But I'm not going to.
He ain't going to run around on his hands.
Yeah, but I know. But if he ain't got the lungs, what's good the legs will do you? Over the top.
That's true.
All right.
Tremendous overhead suplex with the hammerlock thrown in as well, as Malenko continues to work on the arm, shoulder, and elbow of Rey Mysterio Jr.
Got a cover. We got our two. And Mysterio just will not stay down. We talked about his size. A lot of fight, a lot of determination, and a lot of reserve in Rey Mysterio Jr. What an impressive debut here.
That's what it reminds you of Eddie Guerrero when we talk about this ability to come back.
Oh! Acrobatic type move using the springboard on the middle rope. But that time, now Malenko, now he's got him tied up using the leg, and there he's on that arm once again.
Yeah, here's the combination move, and again, he gives up the leg and goes right back to work on the arm and elbow. I think the one possibility as we look down the line in this matchup is that Rey Mysterio Jr. still has his legs. If he's able to get back up on his feet, it looks like he's in the perfect situation to make a comeback because he still has his legs. Malenko has not worked on them yet.
I said that, Iron Mike. I said that earlier. But you know what? He almost had on him right there, and you know as well as anybody, he was very close to going and putting the STF on him. You know, where if he'd have slipped that arm in there where he had his legs all rolled up, you sit there with your mouth open catching flies, Tony, while me and Iron Mike go ahead and talk about this situation.
Want to tell our fans we have a tremendous crowd. They are jam-packed to the rafters here in downtown Baltimore, one of the greatest wrestling cities in the world. Some legendary matches here. We're right along the Inner Harbor. Good to have you with us, watching on pay-per-view with your dad on Father's Day or your family, wherever you are, watching WCW. This is where the big boys play.
Looks like he's going to set him up here for an upside-down surfboard. It's a hold that was actually invented in Mexico. He's got to get all of his weight and rock back.
Can he do it?
He's got him
up in the air. This is a hold invented in Mexico by a famous Mexican wrestler named Rito Romero. It's called the Rito Romero Special. It's south of the border. And he drops him back into a bridge.
1, 2, did not get him. Fans, there's a lot of talk over the entire week. Mike, I know on the Wrestling Hotline, you've been talking about the possible hostile takeover of World Championship Wrestling. Will we answer? What's going to be our answer to the challenge that was made? That is still to come. And if the answer is yes, when and where the match will take place. Wow, that's still to come in this telecast, fans.
Well, we want Wall. Let's do it. Got him.
Still, not only does he try a lateral press there, but he now has him up and working on the arm once again.
Well, you have to say that Malenko has been successful in grounding Rey Mysterio Jr.
A submission hold on the shoulder of Rey Mysterio. Randy Eller is checking in.
Notice how Malenko reaches through and keys the lock by putting his hand over his own wrist. He keys that to add extra pressure.
Short arm scissors now. And once again, Randy Eller doing his job. Malenko has grounded Rey Mysterio. I don't think there's any question what has happened here. We've seen just a few flashes of his brilliance, but a man of 1,000 holds living up to his name here.
That's good. Whoa. I tell you what, he has used quite a few of them thousands of holds already.
Quite a few.
But the bottom line with Junior is he is not a guy that is going to give up. He knows the importance being here at WCW, representing this country, as you said there, Iron Michael. And the bottom line is he needs to get out. I don't care what he has to do. If he got to bite him, pinch him, get out of this situation or go and get his arm broke.
You know, just 2 weeks ago in Los Angeles at the Antonio Inoki Wrestling Peace Festival, Rey Mysterio Jr. not only turned the heads of the wrestling fans in attendance, but also the WCW executives. There was a card with over 40 of the top international stars from the U.S., Japan, and Mexico, and he was the consensus MVP that night. The standout performer with that waist-lock suplex attempt. He dropped straight back in the cover.
1, 2.
Whoa, man.
Got a 2 count.
I'll tell you what, you got to take your hat off to this kid. I mean, the Iceman, Dean Malenko, has had him in every situation that you could put a man in without putting him away. Got him right here, double underarm, hook up.
Into the butterfly suplex. And lateral press, 1, 2. And Mysterio's out of it again. Oh, my. But Malenko goes back for the pinning combination again.
And also working as well with the arm. It's a combination pin and submission.
Yeah, anytime Malenko grabs a hold of you, you can say uncle. He goes after the opponent saying, I'm either going to pin him or I'm going to double him up so bad here and get that arm in a situation where he's going to have to give up. And that's what makes the Iceman so great. And I tell you, I just can't say enough about Junior. I mean, he is really something to watch.
In addition, you know, we call him the Iceman, but the closest we've ever seen to a show of emotion on the face of Dean Malenko, it may be a show of frustration there because he can't keep this guy down. But the man who's the Iceman because of his lack of emotion, look at the face. That's determination right there.
Determination, but he also seems like he's frustrated at this point and that he just can't finish and just can't put away Rey Jr.
Putting on the arm.
That pump handle type move, and again, right over the shoulder, and drops down with an elbow.
Let me tell you what, I hate to put it like this, but that referee might think about stepping in here and stopping this thing. Because at this age, this young man right here, I know he wants to win bad, but you see this situation right here with an arm out of socket, and he's got him lifted right up right there. A whole career is in front of this young man, and why take a chance right here? I mean, I know that I'm looking at the referee's eyes, and he's really looking close, Tony.
Mysterio trying to get to the ropes to get the break, but he was pulled back, and I'm surprised Randy Eller allows this to continue. He was in the ropes, only momentarily. Going through, he hit the cameraman that time.
That might be the break he needed right there.
That's exactly right, he hit the camera. This could change. Malenko's back on his feet.
Could turn the tide. Nice big forearm smashes by Rey Jr., 3 of them, and he's set to fly.
Mysterio, the baseball slide to the ankles. Up on top, kicks him through, and he tumbles out beyond the match. Watch out, Mysterio is up and down.
Springboard somersault off the top rope, and he stopped and planted Malenko out on the concrete.
How about it? You're talking about competition. You're getting it here at the Bash.
Well, I think we're seeing the resilience at this point of Rey Mysterio Jr. Malenko just worked continuously, non-stop, trying to hyperextend the elbow, but now the opportunity for Rey Mysterio Jr. to come back, and let's see if he can take advantage from here.
He's limping though, isn't he? I don't know if he hit hard on a knee or what that time. Limping, favoring the leg. He's up again. Big drop kick, and that was on target.
Tremendous springboard drop kick and hooks the leg.
1, 2, and no, Malenko escaped.
Well, I tell you what, these fans are standing everywhere. That was awesome.
Pick up to a powerbomb. No, he sets on him. Malenko, other way. He rolls through. A bridge. 1, 2, no. Oh my.
Oh. Man.
Tremendous transitional moves by both wrestlers back and forth, and the crowd really appreciates this and they respond.
The handspring, he's on the outside. That nailed him. Up on top again. Head scissors, almost a Frankensteiner. 1, 2, no, we don't.
Whoa, baby. He had him right there, and it was close to being a Frankensteiner. Caught it off the top rope, though. Unbelievable moves. Unbelievable match.
We are seeing one of the finest cruiserweight matches ever.
I told you going to be a show stealer, didn't I?
In the corner, Mysterio stays on his feet. He ducks into a shoulder block. He's going very slowly up top. He doesn't have what he had at the beginning of the match, obviously. Malenko, what's Malenko trying to do here?
Well, he's getting him back. He got him kneeling right in
Mysterio
the face.
with another Frankensteiner off the top. The fans love it.
Just a tremendous move by Rey Mysterio Jr. catching that Frankensteiner off the top rope. It almost appeared that Malenko was trying to set him up for one of his favorite finishing holds, that stomach block, where he fireman's carries him straight down across his knee.
Maybe he was trying that time. But Mysterio turned it on him. Got a 2 and got a... Did he get it or not?
I'll tell you what, that
Only
was awful
2.
close. 2.5. I thought he hit it right there.
I think some of the fans are booing. They thought it was a 3 count as well, but Randy Eller, who's in charge here, says no. Mysterio up on top, hooking the legs. Powerbomb Malenko. He's got the ropes at 2 and 3.
Unbelievable.
They're standing and applauding not only the champion, but both men.
Tremendous effort on the part of both wrestlers, and Rey Mysterio Jr. just in a situation where he would never say die, and he would not give up despite all the pressure put on the elbow. Made a great and valiant attempt at a comeback, but Dean Malenko, with a little help from the ropes, dropped down, got the pinfall, and retains the WCW Cruiserweight Championship.